Destination Imagination Global Finals is saying goodbye to Knoxville, but planners hope that could mean an opportunity for something new.
Visit Knoxville is already in the process of looking for new groups to bring to the city, and 10 News reporter Gabrielle Hayes explains what's next.
Robin and John, each year thousands of people walk through the doors of the Thompson Bowling Arena for Destination Imagination. But next year will be a little bit different. Destination Imagination is moving, and Visit Knoxville is looking for a group to fill that spot. After 19 years of visiting Knoxville each May, Destination Imagination is making its way to Kansas City, Missouri.
And I really think just the schematic and the over layout of Kansas City as a destination just provided a different feeling.
In a statement, Destination Imagination mentioned two reasons for the move: housing the global finals under one roof and providing more accessible space for the many teams that participate.
When you're an event like that that's growing so rapidly, you kind of have to look at all your options.
Visit Knoxville President Kim Bumpus says it's already working to find something new.
So we've already put out a couple of offers to about 4 different groups.
Right now, there are a few other groups that have the kind of multi-million-dollar impact. According to Visit Knoxville, in March, the Church of God annual National Winterfest brought in 13,000 people with an economic impact of over $20 million. Knoxville Chamber of Commerce President Mike Edwards says such events help Knoxville.
Associations coming here every week, and local businesses are prospering greatly because of it.
Regardless of what the future brings, Bumpus says the city is happy to have hosted Destination Imagination for as long as it did.
We wish them a lot of success in Kansas City, and who knows, maybe someday we get to bring them back.
Now, Visit Knoxville says there are a lot of factors that go into deciding what new things come to the city, but until then, we'll just have to wait to see what new groups could come to Knoxville next year. Back to you.